Hey there, everybody. This is Fernie, welcoming you back to check out this flick. Today, we are going to talk about some of the more recent 4Ks that I've been picking up past couple months here. So I'm just gonna. Well, before I get into it, I do have to say that I'm gonna take a little break. Before posting some reviews and whatnot. I'm in the middle of a move. So pretty much after I do this, all this stuff in the background's got to go in boxes, and I'm going to figure out some stuff. But once I get it all sorted out, I will be back up and making reviews. So anyway, let's get into it. All right. So the first movie here is a movie I remember seeing in theaters, actually. Fun little sci-fi horror flick from the late 90s, if I'm not mistaken. And, it's got a pretty all-star cast, but it's the Faculty on 4K from Shout Studios, or Shout Factory. Um, yeah, I love this movie. This one and Halloween H2O made me a Josh Hartnett fan, and I've been one since I don't know when that was, what, like 97 or whatever. But either way, love this movie. All-star cast. Josh Hartnett, Elijah Woods, Jon Stewart, freaking T-1000 himself, Robert Patrick, right? Yeah, this movie's great. It's fun. It's kind of silly. I just kind of really got blast from the past when I watched this recently, and the 4K looks amazing. So the Faculty is where it's at. We'll go into a breakdown with it later. Speaking of all-star casts, this one I remember seeing back after I graduated high school with a girlfriend at the time. She showed it to me, and right after we watched it together, we went, I think, to Denny's or something like that, and she wrote on a note, "You're so cool." To quote the little bit from True Romance. True Romance is Quentin Tarantino's. Well, it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, so to speak. He wrote the screenplay. Tony Scott directed it. But, oh man, all-star cast. You see them all right here. Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Val Kilmer, Christopher Walken. The list goes on and on. Gary Oldman. Oh my God, Gary Oldman in this movie is bonkers, and I love him in it. I love him for it. The 4K of this looks amazing as well. This movie's great. We'll go into some of what like the bits are inside on a different video when I break it down a little bit, talk about this 4K. All right, next up is a fun one. I remember watching this since I was a kid with my dad. He's a big fan of the actress, which now I believe I am, my brother as well. And it's Elvira, Mistress of the Dark from Arrow 4K. Oh, this movie looks awesome. The 4K is really good. Crystal clear quality. You can see Elvira's big haunted hills pretty clearly, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, this movie's fun. Another just silly horror comedy from the late 80s. Yeah, I checked this out over Halloween, and I had fun with it. Elvira's great. She's Cassandra Peterson, still kills it. She still looks good. Awesome flick. Next up, oh man, the 4K of my all-time favorite movie, Shawshank Redemption. Oh my God, this movie. The lack of color in this 4K it kind of messed with me for a moment because, I'm used to other movies just having those colors pop and just looking so vivid and awesome. And then this movie is just so gray across the board that I was kind of having, I don't know, it was kind of messing with me. I was just like, there's so lack of color in this movie. My brain couldn't wrap around it, but the movie looks amazing. By the end of the flick, when, they get down to the beaches in Mexico, those colors are popping. That ocean looks amazing. Like, you can just jump right in. Anyway, Shawshank Redemption on 4K from Warner Brothers looks pretty sweet. All right. Next two, I haven't watched yet, but I bought them, and I do plan on watching them sometime very soon. First one is another horror comedy, and I remember the moment I watched it, I was in. This is one of my probably at least top 10 favorite movies. I can watch this movie. Super quotable. Great actors in it. And it's Shaun of the Dead. I got the steelbook here. And this movie's great. I mean, what's not to love about Shaun of the Dead? I'm sure it's going to look good on the 4K. Haven't quite checked it out, like I said. But, I mean, this movie's great. So I'm going to be checking out this very soon. Next up is a newer movie. And this movie got me in the feels instantly. And I haven't seen it in 4K yet. But I'm pretty pumped to watch it in 4K because I'm sure it's going to look amazing. But I got the collector's edition from A24 of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yeah, I walked out of this movie and I instantly knew I had to see it again. Like, I was just like, I need to see this movie. Tomorrow, when? Next week? What? Yeah, me and my brother, just instant favorites. We loved it. Everyone in it is amazing. We'll go into a little more what's in the box, but I just want to show you the cover art once you pull off the sleeve. Sick. Looks amazing. I'm glad I bought it. Looking good, at least the cover art stuff. And yeah, that's about it. This video is a little short and sweet, but if you'd like to, comment, subscribe, tell me about some of the 4Ks you've been buying, that's all welcome. Yeah. Anything else, I will catch you next time. I hope you have fun, watch some good movies, and, check out some of these flicks that I mentioned. Take it easy. Bye.